After being in the martial arts industry for almost 10 years now, since I was 16, I'm 25 now, and after working with over 350 martial arts schools, growing my family's martial arts school from 0 to 100K a month, growing people like Andrew from All Star Martial Arts from 25K to hitting his first $200,000 a month, helping new school owners like Adam from WK Taekwondo go from just opening 6 months ago to hitting $27,000 per month, I'm gonna share with you the 2 ways for you to get more students at your martial arts school immediately. Now, the first way for you to get more students at your martial arts school is lowering your CAC. So your CAC is your cost to acquire a customer. So the simple way to figure out what your CAC currently is if you're spending ads, check what your ad spend was for last month, and then just check how many students you generated. So for example, if your ad spend was $1,000 and you generated 5 students, well, 1,000 divided by 5, that means your cost to acquire each student was $200. So if nothing else changes, if you leave your ad spend the exact same, but you lower your CAC from $200 to acquire a student to $100 to acquire a student, what's gonna happen? Now you're gonna generate 10 students per month for that same $1,000 in ad spend. The simplest thing you can do right away to get more students. You should be obsessed with what your CAC is, and then you work on improving it over time. Now, how do you lower your CAC? Well, you can watch a ton of our other videos on this, like our video on Facebook ads, our video on lead follow-ups, on sales. But basically, your CAC consists of your cost per lead, your booking percentage, your show percentage, and your closing percentage. So if you lower your cost per lead or if you improve your booking percentage, improve your show percentage, improve your closing percentage, your cost to acquire a customer will go down and you'll be able to acquire students for cheaper. So step 1, monitor what your CAC currently is. Let's say it's 200. Step 2, make sure you know what your cost per lead, booking percentage, show percentage, and closing percentage were for last month. And then step 3, work on improving those 4 KPIs. Start with the one that's the easiest to improve and work your way through. If it's cost per lead, work on, just testing lots of more ads and learning from every test to make better ads. If it's booking percentage, make sure you're hitting that 5-minute call time when a new lead comes in. Improve your lead follow-up process. Start sending more valuable follow-ups like selfie videos and stuff like that. Make sure you never stop following up with leads and you're constantly keeping a cadence so you stay top of mind until they either say yes or no. It's show percentage, lower that booking window, work on building better rapport, work on sending them content leading up to their first class. If it's closing percentage, work on, doing mock trial classes to train your team better. Make sure you have an incentive offer. Make sure you improve your actual trial class to make it more fun so the kid's begging to sign up. Work on making tweaks in every single one of those 4 KPIs and your CAC will lower over time. Now here's the thing, although you can lower your CAC, it can only get so low. I always say this, you can't acquire a student for a penny, right? So you're gonna reach a limit as to how low your CAC can get. And once you reach that limit, then the only thing you can do from there is just spend more money on ads. Here's the thing too, your CAC, you always do want to be working on improving it, but you don't want to have that perfectionist mindset where you're like, oh no, I have to get it to $100. I need to find a way, because it's going to prevent you from making more money faster. If I'm in your shoes and my CAC is $200, sure, I could probably work on it and get it down to $175 or $150 or even $100, and I will over time, but I'm not going to wait to increase my ad spend to lower my CAC. I know that, in most martial arts schools, the lifetime value of a student is usually about $2,000. Many of you is, much higher than that, $2,500, $3,000, maybe even more than that. It's simple math. If I'm acquiring students for $200 and they're worth $2,000, I'm making a crazy amount of money on the back end. Obviously, there's going to be a student who quits in the first couple months every once in a while, but there's also going to be people who stay for the years to come. So when you average it and your CRMs will give you this number, you'll be able to see what your lifetime value is. So as long as the ratio is good, then there's no need to stress. You don't need to make a significant amount of money in the front end. I'm happy to even lose money in the first month or two, or even the first couple months, because I know that over time it's going to compound and I'm going to make a ton of extra money. So So for example, if my CAC was $200 and I was spending $1,000 per month on ads, I would just up it to like $1,500 the following week. I'd see, okay, is my CAC staying the same? If my CAC is still around $200 and now I'm getting an extra 2.5 students a month, I'll push my ad spend up to $2,000 the following week. If my CAC is still around $200 and now I'm getting 10 students a month, I'll push it again the following week. And the game is how high can you push your ad spend while maintaining a CAC where you're gonna be profitable on the back. So the big thing that you wanna know when scaling, what's the number your CAC can't go above? So for me, it might sound crazy. I'd be happy paying up to even like $500 for a student if I know that they're worth, at least like $2,500 to $3,000 in the back end. So, let's say my CAC goes up to $300 and I'm spending, I don't know, $6,000 per month now. I'm cool with that because I'm getting 20 students a month. Sure, I'm spending $300 up front, but I'm still making that $2,000-$3,000 in the back end. Just to simplify this for a second, when it comes to scaling, you want to know what's the number you're comfortable with your CAC rising to over time. Because as you increase your ad spend, your cost to acquire a student will gradually rise. You can't maintain a $200 CAC and spend $100,000 per month on ads. Possible, especially for what we do, brick and mortar advertising within a certain radius. So just know your numbers and okay, you know what, even if my CAC gets to 300, let's say 300, you're like, yeah, that's my max. Or maybe you have a little bit higher of a risk tolerance and you're like, no, like I know my numbers are healthy on the back end, so I'm okay with even a $400 CAC. Now you just want to gradually increase your ad spend every single week until you reach the cap where now your CAC is going further than, let's say, $400. And at that point, you can either keep your ad spend around where it's at or pull it back slightly. And then you go back to step one. You improve your cost per lead, your booking percentage, show percentage, closing percentage. As those KPIs improve, your CAC will slowly drop down. And maybe now your ad spend's at $3,000-$4,000 a month, but you lowered your CAC from 400 back down to 300. So now you can scale again. Okay, let me try to go to 4,500 a month. Okay, well, CAC's up to 350, but it's still within the range. Maybe you go up to 5K a month. Okay, CAC's up to 400. It's right at the ceiling, but it's still fine. Then you go to 5,500 a month, and now CAC jumps again to 450. Now you go back to step one. You improve your cost per lead, booking percentage, show percentage, closing percentage, get the CAC back down, and then keep scaling. That's the biggest thing that's gonna help you guys grow faster. Is most of you have this mindset of like, hey, let me just spend the same amount of money every single month on ads, and let's just hope that I get more students every single month. It's great if you're working on the back end, but it just takes time. You're not gonna magically get your CAC from $200 to $100 over a couple weeks, or sometimes even over a couple months. There are cases where you can, but it's not realistic to always do that. The fastest way to scale up your student flow is literally just spending more money on ads, but you want to financially project it. You want to know what your ceiling is for CAC. You want to know what all your numbers look like, so you're doing it profitably. Because once you know your numbers, like again, if it costs you $300 to acquire a student, and even if they're worth $2,500 in the back end, you have a money printing machine. But imagine you go to a bank machine and you put in $300, and then you come back a year later and you can take $2,500 out. You would sell your house, you would refinance your house, take out as much money as you can and just start throwing it into there because you have a money printing machine. And that's what your student acquisition system is at your martial arts school. It's a money printing machine once you know your numbers. So your goal is to see how much you can spend while being profitable. Like if I can spend 10K a month on ads within a good CAC, I'll do it. If I can spend 20K a month, awesome, I'll do that as well. Even if it costs me $500 to acquire a student, I'm generating 40 students a month. 40 students a month with how much they're gonna be worth, and with that revenue compounding, I'm making a ton of extra money over time. Yeah, that's the point of today's video. I'm not going over any specific tactic, oh, run this new campaign or try this new ad strategy. What I'm showing you guys today, it might sound very simple, but it's more powerful than any little tactical techniques I can give you. It's just a mindset behind scaling up and how to get more students. So takeaways: know what your CAC is, know what your 4 KPIs are, know what the ceiling is for how high you're comfortable with your CAC being, know what your lifetime value is so you know how profitable you are on the back end, and then work on just gradually increasing your ad spend every single week till your CAC hits its ceiling, and then chill there for a sec, improve the 4 KPIs, get your CAC down, keep scaling, and then just continue to repeat that process until you hit your ceiling. I'm telling you, 99.99% of martial arts schools aren't approaching their marketing like this. So if you have this mindset and start tweaking things like this, it's going to be impossible for anyone to outcompete you, because ads is an auction-based system. If you're able to get your ad spend to like $3,000-$5,000 per month plus range, all the other people are spending like a measly $1,000 per month on their ads. They're not going to compete. You think Facebook is going to give them the potential, business in your city, the potential students over a customer like you who's paying 5 times more? Of course not. So now not only do you have a money printing machine, but you basically just have like an unfair competitive advantage over everyone, and you win, you beat the game. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Scale up your ad spend, as soon as possible if you want to start making more money. If you want our help doing this, all of our years of experience from growing martial arts schools and scaling up to 100, 200,000 plus per month, if you want to get there much faster versus just trying to figure out how to do all of this on your own, click the link in our description, kincreative.io, and apply to work with us. And if you're someone who's a right fit, you're a hard worker, you're in the right type of demographic, we can partner together and get you to $100,000 plus per month much faster than you can do on your own. But anyways, guys, appreciate you watching today's video, and we'll see you in the next one.